Good afternoon, friends, neighbors, and colleagues alike. This is the Bob and Randyl and Company live preview show for, and this is episode 9. Let's throw that in there so everyone knows which episode it is. August 29th, 2022. And over here to my side is my illustrious co-host, Mr. Randyl Santa Checker Lee.
Hello, Bob. Thank you very much. Great seeing you today. Great seeing you. Happy Monday. TGIM, everybody. Great to see everybody.
Yes, it's quite a nice Monday here. It's humid as always. We're mid-90s, back up with the heat, and got over the flood that we had, last week, and the cool spell went away, and here we are back hot and muggy, and a few more days. Got a chance for rain every day for the next 7 days. It's a slight chance, but of course, when you get that chance, there's always more moisture, and there goes the humidity.
When does your weather kind of calm down when it comes to heat? When does
Well, we lose about a degree every 2 or 3 days as far as our average high. We're mid-90s average, so we're right on average with our temperature. But the answer to your question would be more like, gosh, sometimes November, early November is when we usually get that first really cool snap that brings us down in the 30s or 40s. So we still got a ways to go. We'll still be in the 80s, 90s, and I know when I start at the mall normally, that first few weeks, it's just like, oh my goodness, I'm dying of heat,
Wow.
But
wow.
I always look forward to that that first real cool spell. That's when fall, winter, is approaching, and we love that.
So we've already got that fall hitting us kind of early here this week. We've got the 50s, low 60s at night for sleeping, and upper 70s. Today was 88, so it was a little warmer today, but we get those cool nights now already, and it seems like almost the middle of the first week in September, boom, our weather just kind of changes. Summer's gone and fall starts to show up with the cool nights.
Until about a week and a half ago, our lows each night were 80 to 83 on average. That's as low as it got. And then, of course, during the cool spell and the rain, we were down in the upper 68, 69, 70, 71 around the Metroplex. It depends on if you're right in the city or, of course, you're out on outlying suburban areas. But we're ready. We're so ready. It's been a long, hot summer.
Yeah, and wet a couple weeks ago, too. Terribly wet for you guys. Terribly wet.
It was. So let's say hello to everyone that's chiming in with us today. Hello, Rex Ray, Scott Parker, Mark Walker, Mr. Ron McLam, Jeff Alette, Ray Bradshaw, AJ. Good to see everyone.
Great to see everybody. Glad you joined us, everybody. Sorry I didn't have time earlier, AJ. I'm rehearsing for a busy festival weekend. AJ wanted to talk earlier, and I was busy rehearsing.
Got our friend Mr. Ken Smith on today also, I noticed. Good to see you, Ken. All right, so at this time, let's move on to our new segment that we kind of kicked off a little bit last week. This week, we're going full-blown with it, and we'll be back on the other side of this. No, not at all. I want to say thank you to F. Angela for backing that up with the hard rock music. And thank you to Randy for the graphics. Fantastic. The only problem is, Randy, that makes me hungry. It's a lot of burger there, right?
A lot of burger there. We're going to get to the meat of some of these things, is what it is.
Yes, and that's exactly what it is, something burger, and let's get to the meat of it. All right, so we kind of kicked this off last week. What we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to try something different. This is our hot topics for the week, and this question was deprived by Randy, which is a fantastic question, and we're going to pose this question to you guys. We want you to put into the comment box in as few words as possible, but it doesn't have to be a few words. But give us an answer to how you handle the situation. Randy, you want to go ahead and ask that question?
Yeah, the question is, what do you say when a child asks Santa, that a relative has passed on, or their puppy or their pet passed on, and they would like them to come back from heaven? What do you tell a child? when they ask you that they want their grandma or grandpa or mom or dad or their pet back from heaven, what do you guys and how do you handle it? There's a bunch of answers. Of course, we know we can't do it. So,
But we've all been asked this question. I mean, even if it's your first year in
yeah,
the chair or doing events, but home visits, whatever, you're going to run into this somewhere down the line. And usually that first or second year, you get this question. And we've all got our own answers, the way we handle them. But we like to see what you guys all do and kind of get an idea. And this is, again, Monday show and Tuesday shows are all about teaching. We try to teach, share information, make everyone better. The MAPS saying is we're better together. That is so true. And so throw us an answer in there and let's see how you handle this tough situation. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and jump on the other side here in just a moment. But let's see what some of the questions are that come in.
Ron just put up a thing about they will to remind them that they'll always be in your heart, and
That
that's
is
something
true.
that always is. They'll always remind the children that you'll always have their wonderful memories. They'll always be in your heart. They'll always be in your memories. And that's a great one, Ron. That's the quickest, easy to remember. They'll always be in your heart. They'll always love you and be in your heart. That's
I use something similar to that. My twist on that would be is that they come to you in your dreams and would be vivid dreams, like they're actually there visiting you during your sleep. So,
very good.
but great topic, Randy. I love this topic. AJ says, "Yep." What Ron said, what I am going to say. That's great, AJ. That is a great answer. Ron had a great answer there. Jeff,
That is something Santa can't do. That's right. Santa can't do that is right. That's a good thing to start out with, Jeff. Santa can't bring somebody back. That's true. But there's always be in your heart and memories. Perfect. That is the biggest thing we can say to console a child and to let them know what we can and can't do.
Rex has got a nice one here. Well, Santa is a toy maker, and there are something I cannot do. Some things I cannot do, but I have this very good friend I've talked to several times a day, and if you want, we can talk to him right now and ask him to make sure your loved one is happy and doing well in their new home. So true, Rex. And you never mention Jesus Christ or the Lord there. That is a referral to the man who you talk to several times a day. And if you're a Christian and you're able to talk about religion, that is a great answer. I always kind of have to wait for that door to be open for me at the mall, so I always ask them uh, if they believe in, if they read the Bible. I think is the way I put it, and on the ones that I've done. But that kind of opens them up. They say yeah, and then you kind of prod your way in and get a little deeper and a little deeper. But fantastic answers there. All of those are great answers. Anyone else have any to submit? Yeah, I know that some places kind of frown on you trying to go into the religious sector, but Scott Parker says great answers from you guys. I agree, fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of like the malls or the box stores or things like that, or even corporate places. Even if you're doing a corporate or a country club or something, you might be careful about the religious. But what Rex said, he said it, but he worked around it, which was just fantastic. I mean, and if you're doing a home visit and that happens, because I mean, I've done home visits and you walk in and say, Grandma passed away this year. There's going to be some things that are going to be said. So it's like, okay, I know the family. I knew the family for 15 years. I knew we could bring that up. We took a moment to pray together. We took a moment of silence, but I knew the family. But during the other ones you can't. But Rex did a great job, kind of saying it but not saying it, was really smart, really smart.
That is a great way to tiptoe around, not getting yourself in trouble for going where you're not supposed to. Like you said, at some of the big box stores, some of the photo companies are try to kind of hold back on the religious sector of things. But I mean, there comes a time that Santa has to try to be truthful, be honest, answer those questions. You can't just ignore a child when they say that. I mean, that's what you're there for. As the children, you're there to console them, help them, talk to them, listen. Most of all, that's the number one key. is to listen. And when they say something and you listen, and you're compelled to try to help in any way that you can. So
I put this together because it's surprising how many times during virtual I've had people ask that question, and actually I do the same thing as the memories, but I tell the children I have what in here, Santa's special memory globe, just to bring memory. Of course, you open it up slowly, and it's a memory globe. And what I want you to do is I want you to think of all the wonderful memories you had with Grandma and Grandpa. You remember those? All those giggly times, all those fun times. Now think very, 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 very good. Now think. Now what's going to happen is they're going to transfer right to the memory globe. And you'll remind you forever and ever and bring you smiles forever. Are you ready? Are you thinking? Are you thinking of that? Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's going. Oh, there, see, all the wonderful memories are just, look at all they're accumulating in here. See, they'll always be in your heart. It'll always be in your memories. So Grandma and Grandpa will always be there, or you fill in whatever names you want to. But it adds a little visual to something that I just remember. They'll always be there for you. I'll put these away. It's kind of old, just like Santa. But it's just one little prop that softens the below, and they think Santa's doing a little bit more also. And they're kind of cool. Get these at the dollar store for $1. They're a great little ornament, but you can use them for a lot of fun things. You twist and so, but
fantastic. That takes it from kind of a generic 2D type of visit to a real 3D hands-on visual, which is fantastic. I love that, Randy. Great prop. And anywhere you can use props is an added bonus. It always helps you get your story. And and
the answers are the same, exactly what Rex and everybody said and Ron said. The answers are the same. It's just how you present it to them. I mean, it really is. So that's and you guys did a great job. Thanks for your input. Really, really good. Really
absolutely. I want to say hello to Eric and Moesha. They went down to the South Texas area to a San Antonio, Austin eat and meet for the Lone Star Santas this last weekend. They had a good time. Looked like they had a good turnout. Glad you guys made it home safe, and glad you're with us today. All right, Randy, are you ready to move on at this point? And let's do our santascloset.org trivia after this.
Hey everyone, Elf Angela Mack here for Bob, Randyl, and Company Live. The show about nothing. Bob, Randyl, and Company Live is brought to you by Santa's Closet. Santa's Closet has been delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since 2004. Santa's Closet's main goal is to provide both a superior customer experience with tremendous value for their customers. Santa's Closet brings more than 400 separate products to the Claus community at a reasonable price. Don't forget to check out their sister site, MrsClausJewels.com, where Mrs. Claus Janice is a leading supplier for Mrs. Claus, elves, and Santa jewelry, knickknacks, and accessories. Both Tom and Janice are passionate about exceeding your expectations, bringing you products of unparalleled quality and design. Visit their sites at santascloset.org and MrsClausJewels.com. This is Angela Mack reminding you to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob, Randyl, and Company Live and today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
Okay, Randy, go ahead.
All righty, we got another great question from the Hallmark line. I really miss that Christmas in July when they played those, because I don't get to see them in December when they play them all the time. I got to see them in July. So here's the question, everybody. In what 2013 Hallmark movie did Naomi Judd appear as a bathroom attendant in a department store? What 2013 Hallmark Christmas movie did Naomi Judd appear as a bathroom attendant in a department store? What movie? What was the movie called?
That's right. Throw your answer.
Remember the movie called?
Let's see who wins this week's santascloset.org trivia prize. Remind everyone the official trivia rules are pinned to the top of the group page over on the Tuesday Night Live show Facebook page in case you're wondering or would like to read through those. Looks like we got some great answers coming in already.
We got some answers coming in already.
Yes, we do. Fantastic. All right. So you guys keep submitting those. We're going to kind of move along, keep the show flowing here. So we'll be right back on the other side of the exit commercial. All right, so let's move on along. And real quick, I'll get us started here with the preview for the Tuesday night live show tomorrow night, August 30th. Santa Ana Holiday University with Deanna Golden and Judith Broderick had a fantastic three-way conference chat with the ladies this week. Went through some stuff. They submitted all their information to me that I needed and got a great, fantastic script for tomorrow night. You got to join in for tomorrow night's show. It's going to be fantastic. Wait. This just into the studio, hot off the wires. Elpin Chatterbox News is reporting at this hour that Santa by Parker custom Christmas buckle raffle is sold out. 0. No more spots left to sell. The raffle drawing will be September 27th on the Tuesday night live show. So be sure and jump in that night if you have bought a raffle ticket. If you haven't, be sure and tell those who have. They got to come over to see who wins. That's September 27th on the Tuesday night live show. The Santa by Parker custom Christmas buckle raffle. Fantastic. Now that is the original buckle that they produced, that they sent to Scott to approve for the 25 buckles that were serial numbered. This one does not have a serial number, but that makes it special because it was the one that all the others were pulled from. So fantastic. Great.
They're a work of art. They really are. They're a work of art. It's just a beautiful, beautiful buckle. I mean, it's big, it's beefy, it's beautiful buckle. So
yes, they are.
September 27th. Don't miss it.
This is coming up also here from the Chatterbox News, Elpin Chatterbox News. They're reporting that there is a brand new, just launched YouTube channel, for Bob and Randyl Live and Company live show. This is our 9th episode, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show. All 8 of the previous episodes are already on the YouTube channel. It is up under the Bob, she's putting it up on the screen, Randyl and Company live preview show. That's how you can find it. Go to YouTube, search, boom, it pops right up. All eight episodes are there for your viewing pleasure. Wow. Hey, man, we're getting all kinds of great news here.
Wow, yeah. Man, the elves are working hard.
Let's get back to that. Go ahead. Go ahead, Randy. I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted to say thank Angela.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, she worked hard this weekend getting those done, getting them uploaded. Because, to upload those things, it takes a while. And so it's a process that she went through and got that done. All right, so moving along, upcoming guest and shows. Randy, take her from there.
Well, we talked about tomorrow night, so don't miss tomorrow night. Don't miss tomorrow night with Santa Ana and everybody. That's not just Mrs. Claus's, but they've got plenty of things for Santas to learn. Plenty of things. We can learn a lot from Mrs. Claus's besides. At least some can learn. Some can't learn so much, but we'll move on. Don't forget, September 6th, the day after Labor Day, Kat will be here for more ASL. Phenomenal. I mean, it's like I said, I've said this every single week. It gives me chills every time I watch her do some of her singing of Christmas carols, but she's going to do a little bit more upper scale for that day. She's going to refresh our memory about Santa and some of the basic, tree and Christmas and all that. I love you. And that's right. I think that's right. She's going to do some of the basics, but she's going to bring it up a big notch to teach kind of like the second set of class for that day. And it's just it's poetry watching. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's an art. So don't forget CAD. Then September 13th, Santa Carlucci and Jenny Lynn talk about the Carlucci way and then this training of his class, how he trains people, the new system. Of course, he's also got some very very cool props. Also, don't miss those that he uses in them. But the Carlucci way is just kind of unique, a unique way of training that most schools don't train. And the 20th, already talking about close to the end of September, is Cherry Hill. And boy, they'll be just looking for people. They're looking for people like crazy now at Cherry Hill because they're a nationwide recruiter looking for Santas. And I hope we're not going to be short Santas again this year like we were last year. We were real short on Santas last year. So, but I know Cherry Hill will be looking and telling you all the fantastic they can do for the mall and part-time, full-time, and everything else they have. So, got a great September. Of course, finishing up tomorrow, and then a great September. Man, Bob, what a lineup still. What a lineup.
Yes, that's correct. And of course, the week after that, at this point, is open, but we are working on a guest that I think some of us know, not as widely known in the Santa community, but has a fantastic career outside of the Santa community, has played a major role in different things. He's done TV shows, movies. Speaking of, we saw here where, while we're on the subject, Ron McClam says he got booked as a background biker this coming Wednesday. TV series, had his COVID test yesterday. Fantastic, Ron. You're doing good out there, brother. Keep up that good work. I know you're sitting in a hotbed there in the Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho area. Lots of Westerns and different types of movie sets that are there in your area, and he's constantly working hard to make a side career out of that. Always fun. New song from Foreigner, right? YouTube Zeros. Is that with a Z there, Scott? Just kidding. Heroes. All right, so now it's been a busy summer. It's been a busy season for not only the Monday show, but the Tuesday Night Live show. And we came to the point that we wasn't sure because I booked with 3 different photographers this year, starting October 1st and 2nd, and working my way all the way down until the day that I sit down in the chair. It's just on the weekends, but it is when I get a lot of my work done for both shows. Whether or not we were going to go ahead and try to skip on in the last show being the last show in September, last weeks in September, and Spangle and I got together this morning, got to talking. It looks like we're going to go ahead and run all the way down like we did last year to the 3rd week in October. It's going to put a little bit of a constraint on how much we may do. I mean, it'll still be the same content stuff. Last few weeks we've kind of went an hour and a half or so. Shows have gotten a little longer. This show's gotten a little longer, which is okay on Mondays. This show is not as hard to put together as a Tuesday night show is for various reasons. But anyway, so let's talk a little bit about the upcoming shows. If we're going to finish out October, the 3rd week in October, that will be the season ending show like we did last year. If you would like to submit a video or come on the show live for just a few moments to say, hey, fantastic show this year, or you guys stunk it up, don't come back, or whatever you want to say, we're open for that, or a video, and we will run that on that show. It'll be the season ending show. Everyone's saying goodbye for the season. Good luck on the season coming up at Santa's, Mrs. Claus's, Elves. The week before that will be our Halloween show. We haven't talked anything about the Halloween show for quite some time. I know Randy, Melissa Lynn, we had quite a few fantastic costumes last year. We'll be doing that again this year. It'll be the 2nd annual Halloween show. Start putting your costumes together now. There will be prizes given away by StufForSantas.com and SchoolOfSantas.com, which will be giving away prizes for different categories. We're going to try to expand on that this year. And then, of course, the week before that, we had talked about doing a round table. Hard questions, tough questions, kind of like what our Something Burger was today. Different ways of getting answers from a panelist of seasoned Santas and Mrs. Clauses. I've had quite a few that have put their name in the hat already. Rex Ray is one of them. Deanna and Judy had mentioned they would like to come on and be part of that. So as we go along, we'll start trying to put more of that together. I'm going to have to start working on that stuff. It's coming up pretty quick. It's 4 weeks away, and we'll be into October. So that stuff is coming.
Wow, it's crazy how fast this year is going. It really is. It is.
Absolutely. Yes, AJ says he's down for a costume contest. Fantastic, AJ. Yeah, we had some great costumes last year. Great folks. I think Melissa Lynn ended up winning it with her Sugar Skull costume that she had on. And, I mean, that was fantastic. Great. Greg Swick had Greg Swick it was kind of a fluke. We got an echo going during his segment. Couldn't figure out why, but that kind of added to the mystique of the whole thing. I mean, it was funny, but it's kind of scary and eerie at the same time with it echoing. But you just never know when you're doing live what's going to happen, what's going to crop up, what's going to try to trump you up.
It was fun. It was fun. A lot of great costumes. Just a good time.
Your costume was over the top. It was good too.
We'll have to figure out something different this year. No, I'm not gonna do a wizard this year. I'm gonna do something else. We'll come up with something else.
Just have to remember that you can't come as Santa or Mrs. Claus or an elf. It's got to be outside the Christmas realm. So it's got to be something haunted, spooky, something, Halloweenish. But anyway, just something to start thinking about. And if you have any hard questions that you would like to submit for the round table that we'll be doing the third week out from the end of the season there, go ahead and submit those to Randy or I or to Elf Angela, and we'll start putting those, cataloging those, and getting those ready to go on. Okay, Randy, let's give out the trivia answer for today's trivia question.
All righty, guys. Again, the question was, in what 2013 Hallmark Christmas movie did Naomi Judd appear in as a bathroom attendant? The movie name was Window Wonderland.
And our winner is
Parker.
The Parker Rule. Scott Parker.
Rule.
Fantastic, Scott. Congratulations. Scott Parker is the winner. All right. Well, I'll get that. I'll get your name and address and stuff over to Tom and let him know so he can get you stuff coming at you. All right, Angela. Let's do the lead in to Santa Shorts.
Hello, everybody. It's Santa Shorts time, a brief peek into the world of Santa. A couple weeks ago, I talked about different venues that we have our choices of. We can do, like I said, malls and home visits and everything else. And I said I would walk through what I do for a home visit. So that's what I'm going to do today. Again, this is just a basic walkthrough of a home visit. And some things, of course, you must make sure that you do ahead of time. And that is, to me, is your entrance. That must be all decided and talk to the client before you just arrive, because you want to knock on that door real hard and if they want a quiet little entrance. So make sure ahead of time that you discuss with your client your home visit. Do you want me to do a little peek around the back like you're knocking on the thing, or jingle bells around, or do you want the big grand entrance in the front door with the bells? So that's something you can decide ahead of time. So once you know that, of course, you have another major thing. Of course, this isn't about the entrance, but it's about to make sure that you find a place to park. That is the biggest thing, that you talk to your home visit about a place to park. But after you're in, you do the grand entrance. To me, the most important thing I do when I come in, of course, is greet everybody. Greet everybody. Don't miss anybody. Somebody's in the kitchen trying to hide from Santa. You make sure you walk around and try to say hello to everybody. Now, there's different floors. You can't go to different floors of every house, but if you're going into the living room or the family room and you see the kitchen, make sure that you engage with everybody. You don't want to leave anybody out. If it's just, hi, hello there, Grandpa, or whoever it might be, make sure that you engage everybody, because Santa's there for the little ones, of course. But we know that mom and dad and grandma and grandpa or somebody is paying the bill. And of course, you want them to be involved also, because later on, you definitely want them involved, because if you're going to do singing and all that. So make sure, it might take a little bit longer to get to your seat, but make sure you engage everybody in walking by. And if you give them a high five or a knuckles now, or an elbow or something you want to do, or a casual hug, just make sure you engage as many people as you can before you find that spot. And of course, beforehand, make sure that you let them know that Santa doesn't sit by the fireplace because it's too hot with a roaring fire. Have a nice place to sit by a tree and all that. What I like to do next is, after I make the grand tour around and talk to everyone and do that, I always like to take a little minute and gather them around and calm them down a little bit. That's when I like to read a story. Now, if it's either reading a story, if you feel good about reading "'Twas a Night Before Christmas" or Polar Express, or whatever your favorite book is, or if you have a favorite story you'd like to tell. Some of these Santas now are just phenomenal storytellers. I actually read "'Twas a Night Before Christmas" just because that's what I like to do, and I try to get as animated as possible, and of course get the children involved in saying, what the next word is, So, but I always do that next. I always make sure that I do a little reading next. Then usually I do then a song. I like to get then, because by that time, if you're reading a book, sometimes moms, dads, aunts, uncles, they kind of separate a little bit because you're reading it and the children are in front of you and you're engaging with them. So you want to get at least I do, I want to get the moms and dads and the grandma and grandpas back. So I make sure that, okay, it is song time, everybody. And of course, I know I always ask if somebody's got a good voice or if there's a piano there or something, but I always bring music along. In fact, I forgot to show you. These little tiny speakers are incredible. These little tiny Bluetooth speakers. Oh my goodness. They're worth every penny to buy a Bluetooth speaker to bring along. They fit small in your bag. You can have every song imaginable at that time. Of course, I always have in my bag words to the songs. Everybody knows Jingle Bells and Rudolph, but I have them with me anyway. And of course, then we usually do a song or two because that gets all the moms and dads. And if I have to, I'll even go into the kitchen. Come on. Oh, it's your turn to sing. I know you wanted to be in a boy band, Dad, or whatever I might say. But I make sure that everybody's back in the living room. Everybody's back in the family room to have that sing along together, that memory that's really good. And then when the singing's done, now you have everybody together. At least I like it to get everybody together. You've got then the picture time. You've got everybody there. Then you can take a group picture. I like to do a group picture then, and then I divide it out into families, doing the picture. Me sitting or lap or whatever, standing with families. And of course, always remember, you do not pass out gifts until the very, very end. Then, of course, I always do the picture. Then I pass out the gift. Have the children come up, and nobody can open the gift. That's it. It's not Christmas Eve or whatever your words are. I just tell them you gotta wait till everybody's got their gift, because that's the polite thing to do. Everybody gets their gifts, and then I end up, and of course, I wish them all a very, very Merry Christmas, and tell them how happy I was to be with them, and everything else. Okay, boys and girls, you guys have been so wonderful. Of course, boom, they just start ripping the packages open, and the bells ring. Bye-bye, and they're opening the gifts, and I make my way out of there. But that is kind of my basic home visit. It seems to flow very easy for me. It usually runs, depending upon the size of the family, 15 to 30 minutes at least. Sometimes more, depends upon how many families. But it's always worked for me. I'm sure there's so many other wonderful layouts that other Santas have, and it'd be love to hear and see what your different ways are too. But that's my basic one. And thank you very much again for listening to Santa Shorts, just a brief peek into the Santa world. Thanks, guys. See you on the other side. Don't forget the next one.
Well, I love Santa's briefs. Fantastic. Look into, like you said, just a peek, but always bring such great information there, Randy. Fantastic. Thank you so much. All right. So at this point, let's go ahead and run the next segment. If I was an agent. All right, fantastic. So today is a new segment from a couple of weeks back now. It's almost not new anymore. But if I was an agent, we're looking from Santa's perspective at how agents deal with Santa and events, not only mall, big store, but even if you are booked as through an agency to do other type of events. This week's topic: helpers on the set or at an event. And so, what we want to kind of do here is let's talk about how important a helper is and why more agencies should upsell to have extra folks come with Santa, be it Mrs. Claus, be it Elf, just to have someone to come along. Of course, there's many things that we can think about: line management, uh, giveaways if you got giveaways. Again, assist with this, the children that are afraid or scared of Santa. And one of the topics that we want to talk about today was brought up last week during a Tuesday Night Live show, but was a fantastic thought. If a child is scared of Santa, you can get an elf or you can get Mrs. Claus to buffer, turn their body a certain way, hold the child, because the child will usually go to them. If they're scared of Santa, they'll come to Mrs. Claus or even to an elf because they're fun and loving and kind of soft to the eyes. But have them stand between Santa and the child, holding the child so that the child can really not see Santa due to the body positioning. That works fantastic. So many different ways that companies, agencies could upsell a little bit. You know, they're an elf or Mrs. Claus sometimes can bring as much as Santa, sometimes not. Depends on the event. If it's a corporate event, of course, you can always bill everyone, for about the same amount of money per hour, whatever your rate is. But fantastic to have someone on set for crowd management. Can always go over and talk to the next family up and kind of get an idea of who they are. If it's an elf or Mrs. Claus, can walk over to the chair, say Santa, little John.
I think we're freezing up. I think we froze up there for a minute, so I will just kind of pop in here for a minute. So that's okay. Sometimes it happens. Actually, I'm sure Bob will be right back on. I just saw an answer or a question from Eric and Moesha. I'll take that while Bob's logging back on. The question is, what are you doing if you do what next routine do I do if I do a repeat customer, which some houses you'll do every year. Some families, Eric and Moesha, some families want to hear the night before Christmas. At least mine do. They want to. Oh, Bob's back on already. Good. But they want to do it again. I'll do, of course, the Polar Express. This is another wonderful book. It's a cute book. Santa's 11 Months Off. It's a cute little book to read. But also, I actually tell a story about when Santa got on his own naughty list. Here in Maps in Michigan, our group did an 8-week class on storytelling. We went through a book on storytelling, and we had to write our own little story, and then we had a recital at the end. So I wrote a story about Santa got on his own naughty list and how it happened. And of course, the kids laugh and get a kick out of that. I'm on my own naughty list. So I use that because that has been new also, because we just did this this year. The storytelling, I didn't get involved with it last year, the storytelling one. So, but that's always a good one. But there are lots of books out there, Eric and Moesha, to read a different book and come up with something unique thing like that. Of course, with me, I do a lot of magic also. So it might be balloon twisting. I might bring along like a stocking and show it empty and pull out balloons and then make Rudolph out of the balloons or a candy cane. Or I might just end up doing some magic during the thing. In fact, you know what? It's not easy for Santa to always blow up balloons. So I've thought of an easy way of blowing up balloons. No, just kidding. That's not how I blow up the balloons. I'm just kidding. That's not how I blow up balloons. But there is plenty of magic that you can do. In fact, I don't know how Bob's going to be in, so we'll take a little. This is something you guys can come up with and make. Actually, it's on YouTube also. it's a little picture. Of course, children love to color. They love to color. And of course, it's a picture of Santa. Oh, there's Bob. Now he's back. So we won't do this until now Bob's back. Are you moving, Bob?
My head hurts.
Good. So I'll put this away. Bob's back. He can get back to the good stuff there. Sorry,
Well,
I was just ad-libbing and having some fun.
Well, fantastic. Great job, Randy. Yeah, I was basically through rambling. Just wanted to talk a little bit there about, how helpers can help on the set, the importance of knowing who, if where I got dropped at was if, they can bring up the next family and introduce the children to you. That way, you know their names, makes it more personable. A lot of times the children don't even realize that the Mrs. Claus or helper or elf has even mentioned their names. They forget about that, and halfway through your conversation, you'll call him Johnny, and he'll look up at you and say, "How'd you know my name?" Well, Santa. Anyway, fantastic, great job, Randy. Santa's perspective, helpers on the set and at an event. Again, if you're acting as your own agent, if you're working for an agency, always try to see if they can upsell and get you a helper to come in and help do some of the things that, because Santa can't do it all. I mean, we try. We do our best, but there's a lot of times I know many guys have said, "Gosh, I wish I had somebody there to help me, during this event because I was almost overwhelmed at the numbers and the things that happen." So fantastic.
Yeah, I do so many events by myself too. I don't have a Mrs. Claus or an elf or something. It would be a great asset to have somebody help you. If it can sometimes be on crowd control if you're doing sometimes at a country club or something like that, where there's not a whole lot of, you don't have somebody taking pictures and telling next and next. They're just kind of come up or or spending too much time. Mrs. Claus or the elf can help. Like instead of the children, all of a sudden you're a babysitter while mom and dad are eating at the other end of the banquet room. Of course, now you're the babysitter for the children there. They're asking you, it's always good to spend time with the children, but then if you have helper that you can upcharge like the agent can, they can move them on a little bit or help not like, it kind of sometimes then other people don't want to come up because there's always children up there, let's say, then they're there, but somebody else out there doesn't come up because there's always somebody there. And Mrs. Claus or the elf could move that along. So
I tell you, situations happen to me at the mall. The next family should be waiting back at the portal to come in at the gate, but sometimes the smaller children want to wander up and interact with Santa while he's with another family.
Yeah.
And of course they're trying to take pictures, and next thing you know, they got the next child in the picture with them. And so it's always good to have someone there that can kind of corral the children, keep them in line. I've even had them come in the exit before, because our exits are always open.
Yeah.
And just run right in and run up and grab Santa or jump up, in the chair. And I've got other family members there, and we're trying to take pictures, and so it's always good to have someone to kind of help be that third eye for you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's address a couple of the questions we have over here. I see that Eric and Moesha asked, and this was pertaining to.
You already answered it.
Oh, did you? Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know what.
No problem. Yeah, you can go ahead and do your answer, because I did it while you were logging back in. So go ahead and do yours, Bob. Let them know what you would do.
Well, let me go back up and pick that up.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Repay, Eric and Moesha, a lot of times, some guys have continued to do the same thing year in and year out because, again, you really have to talk to your clientele, find out what they want. If they want you to change it up, that's a question that you should pose to them. Do you want the same program as last year? Do you want the same stories, the same songs, or would you like for me to change it up? Some people go off tradition, and they like to do the same thing year in, year out. Others like to change it up because they've already seen that. They want to see more. So it's really up to your clientele is what I would say. Part of your pre-visit questionnaire to, whoever's setting up the visit, what would you like this year? Do we want to, sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer again? Do we want to read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas"? Find out what they want. Give them options. People love options.
Because like I was saying earlier, if you want to do the night before Christmas, remember the children there's new children always coming along. They're getting older. They didn't hear it last year because they were too young. Now they heard it. And remember, they're only hearing the reading of Night Before Christmas, let's say, or whatever the book might be, once a year. You might do it 50, 60 times that season, 100 times, but that family is only hearing that once. And then of course, and I used to do this. I used to do this a lot when it comes to my magic. The children's coloring book. I thought, oh, it's an old thing. But remember, the coloring book, children always love coloring books. There'll always be younger children that haven't seen it. There'll always be younger children that haven't heard your basic stories. Now, like Bob said, they might want something new, and that's always a great thing. That's why I said earlier, talk to your client about some things they want and don't want. Where to sit, anybody has passed on, or whatever. I got shocked, like I said earlier. I got shocked once by walking in the door and saying, Grandma passed on, so it's going to be a rough one. So I should have asked that ahead of time. But yeah, so like Bob said, make sure that you talk to your clients and if they want something new or not. Because tradition is good, but I think it's more us. We want to sometimes do new things more than the families do because. So.
Yeah, and again, tradition. Some families want you to read that visit from Saint Nick, or Twas the Night Before Christmas. That is a tradition, just the same as getting that picture with that same Santa Claus each year and putting them up on the mantle. It becomes a tradition. And so again, check with your clientele, find out what they want, and if you're working for an event, again, that's all part of your pre-planning. Jump in there and see what they would like for you to do. Give them options because everyone loves options. Scott, that is a great question. We have thought about that. The only problem we have there is she is in China, and that creates a big problem as far as time and or communication. But I will reach out to her and see if that's something that she would be able to do. Number one, again, the Chinese are more restricted in what they can and can't do, and find out what the time difference is going to be. A big time difference, but that might be something that we look at, maybe to do a recorded session with her, and then play it during a Tuesday Night Live or a Monday show. We'll check into that, Scott.
Good idea.
Yeah, exactly. Reading Scott's the last question there.
Mainly in the sink. Yeah, it's yeah.
Exactly. All right. Any other questions? Throw them to us at this point. We'll answer them to the best of our knowledge.
Yeah. Anybody else got something to bring up? We'll be glad to. Like I said, we're going to be doing the something burger, so we'll be doing a different question or something highlighted every week again. And don't forget, like Angela just put up, the live. We're going to be running this again on there. Of course, we'll be on there. So.
And to what Randy just mentioned there, if you have a question that you think is important that you would want to submit as a something burger, we will give you credit for that. Submit it to us. We'll throw that in one of the segments. If you have a question or a topic for Santa Shorts or even Santa's perspective as an agent, throw those in. Just be sure and title what the question, which segment the question is pertaining to, and we'll be glad to use those. There's so many topics and subjects that we could never run out, but we're always interested in what you guys want, what we can do to help you learn and answer those hard questions or questions that you may have. And again, that is the whole objective between both these shows, Mondays and Tuesdays, is trying to share, and teach where we can. I popped in one night, AJ, and I do these two shows here and chat, talk. And I didn't want to be a distraction on Mel's meeting that night. So I just kind of turned my camera off, sat back and listened. Fantastic. You guys have fun. Do a great job over there. Randy's there. AJ's there. Michael Howell, Michael Bauer. I know quite a few guys that drop in on that. I'll have to try to drop in and set in on some more. Thank you, AJ. Well, thank you, Scott. That's awful kind of you. And again, I mean, we don't like to harp on this, but there is a lot of preparation that goes into both these shows. Monday's not as bad. I have help with Randy now. Randy has been a tremendous asset to this show. the new segments that we've come up with. 2 of the 3 are Randy's ideas. Graphics, helping me out with the graphics. I spent a lot of time doing graphics for both shows. Again, I'm always trying to update those graphics. When Barry left, I had to completely rebrand everything, and I had just rebranded everything prior to that because we went to YouTube and went away from the Set Bob's Live name so that we could have a name that was on YouTube and Facebook, so it wouldn't be confusing to folks. People were getting confused there. And now we've got, the new YouTube channel. For those who may have joined us late, you can now find the Bob, Randyl and Company Live preview show on YouTube at that address. Just put that in the search bar. It'll pop right up. Something I'll be working on this afternoon is a thumbnail for that for that particular show for our channel there, and get that put up this week. That way it'll be easier for you to find. You can see the name up there. It makes it a little easier instead of a great big T, which is what it's showing now. All right, Rex, let's see here. A book I keep in my bag that has been a big hit with repeat clients with older children is Santa's Underwear. Find it on Amazon. Hey, that's a great one, Rex. That's a great idea. Of course, that's why Rex is a Hall of Famer, right? Yeah, fantastic.
He was talking about Santa's briefs again. I tell you, something about that thing.
Yes, he is. And, I don't know if this is appropriate or not. I'm going to do it anyway, Rex, because I'm very proud. Rex Ray has taken over the southeast sector of the United States as the next Sat Bob's, Santa and the Business Being Santa, instructor. Barry vacated that position. Rex has stepped in and has taken that over. My gosh, what can you not say about Rex? Guys, if you want to have a Sat Bob's class in the near future in anywhere in the Southeast, that would now be Rex's territory. And so get with him and start trying to plan February, March, April of next year if you'd like. I don't believe with the season creeping up on us there's any way to do one, this year. But early next year, if you'd like to have a Sat Bob's class come, get with Rex and talk to him because he's taken over that position. What an asset to the Sat Bob's company. What a fantastic addition. We are so excited to have him. And I know that he and I haven't had a chance to actually talk about it yet, but he will be coming up to Texas for my February or March Garland class this year. And I'm even going to throw him into the fire and have him do a chapter or 2.
Good.
And, but that's will be his initiation into the realm of things. But fantastic. Get with Rex if you want to have a Sat Bob's class. Florida, the Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, over in that area. That is all Rex's territory now, and we are so happy to have him. Welcome aboard, Rex. Thank you, my friend. Oh my goodness! So, what are you trying to say, Scott? That you want to come in right now? Tell me yes or no. Waiting for an answer there. You want to send him the link real fast, Angela? Can you do that? Sound Scott okay? Yes, she's sending you the link, Scott. We're going to have Scott jump in real quick. I know we're running close to an hour already, 55 minutes in. Scott Saratine from Edmond, Oklahoma has traveled over to Stuffer Santa's physical store today with Spangle. He's going to jump in with us real quick and
Fantastic.
Give us a quick report from Stuffer Santa.
So many cool things. I mean, I was in his movable thing up at our Red Suit Conclave. Spangle came up there, and man, that is just a traveling store. And of course, then he's got one down there. It is cool. There's nothing. I mean, you can find whatever you need. I mean,
that was one of Daisy May's last real contributing effort with Spangle. The two of them set that trailer up. built the racking, went out and bought all the bins. She has always set up the stores at the Branson School each year. Uh, Either I help or Jason and his son help, but we'd drag that stuff in, and Daisy May would go in there and go and set it all up. This year, Rachel and her husband Ron King done that with the absence of Daisy May, but that was one of the last things that she contributed to was helping set up that 40-foot business store. And it is so remarkable when you walk in there, how clean, well organized, how nice everything looks. The hard work that Spangle and Daisy May put into that really shows.
I got the biggest kick out of Spangle's got in there a helmet, a motorcycle helmet, and he's got a cover that goes over it that's got a beard and a red hat goes over the helmet. It's fantastic. I mean, besides all this stuff, it's just so clean and neat. And I mean, in rows and we're talking a long way, 40 feet long of Santa stuff, and then of course a rack of Santa suits and vests and rings. Yeah. And I mean,
and Spangle calls me every day and says, "Look what I just got in! It's just stacks and stacks of boxes that just came in." He'll bust one open and show me what it is. He is constantly, almost daily, getting new stuff for the store in, expanding, building on what he has, replenishing inventory as it gets low. The guy never sleeps. He may sleep 4 hours a night if he's lucky, and he's just go all the time. Still waiting for Scott to come in. He says he was waiting on the link.
I sent it to him, but I'll send it again.
Yep, Angela sent it, but evidently it didn't go through. We're going to try one more time. If we can't get him on, we'll keep on chatting for a minute.
Yeah.
Any other questions that anyone has? Anything you want to talk about in future shows? Again, we're excited to have the new YouTube channel for this show, as well as the YouTube channel that we've had for the Tuesday Night Live show. Those Tuesday Night Live past episodes are getting a lot of hits over there. Our hit counter has dropped somewhat on Facebook, but that's okay because they're going to YouTube. The cool part about going to YouTube is the fact that for me, I can go to my living room and pull it up on the giant screen and watch it, and it's so much better than looking at a 13, 15-inch laptop. All right, looks like we've got Scott on.
There he is. Good.
Over there in Springfield, Fairgrove, Missouri today. How are you? You got the clown with you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
We're doing good.
We're doing good.
Landscape, Scott.
Let me
Landscape.
I turn this
Landscape.
around to show you a little bit of what's going on here. Oops. Turn it around. I'm not doing too good here. I got to figure out how to turn the camera around. Settings. Camera. Back. There we go. Look at this store.
Now go landscape on it.
They got all kinds of stuff.
Scott, go landscape on us. There you go. Thank you. All right, give us a cheer.
Okay. Stuff for Santa. And look at a lot of all the nice stuff he's got here. There's a little bit of everything. Here's the helmet Randy was talking about. Right here.
I love it.
Santa helmet. We got the hat, the team. Say hello, Spangle.
Hello, Spangle.
There you
Hey,
go.
Spangle, good to see you.
Tell you what a great place and how much stuff he's really got. Look at the shipping for today. He has been packing packages all day long. People are getting ready for the season. Folks, if you haven't gotten your gear for the season, even a little snow. Look at the real snow here. Well, full of coins. Oh, my goodness. And it's actually cold. But there's a little bit of everything here at Spangles. Go on his website. That's stuffforsanta.com. Look at all these great-looking coins he's got. They're really heavy. They're just very well done. I mean, Spangle has gone out of his way to take us to the next level in our Santa our Santa ventures with the kids. And folks, this is, guys, I can't tell you how much stuff's here. I am just overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. Look at the belt buckles. Look at the mess, Spangle said. And the bells, he's got these bells now. Really nice bells. I mean, you're from Texas. Hey, you're from Texas. You need one of these casual belt buckles, Texas State Santas. Got those. I mean, gosh.
We got some light there, Scott. Show that Texas State Santa buckle one more time and hold it steady for a moment.
Okay.
Actually, we don't have a fluid. There it is. That is a casual buckle. Those can be had by Spangle or myself. We both have that inventory. Just holler at one of us if you'd like to have a Texas State Santa belt buckle.
He's also got these. These are new. This is a medallion on a strap.
Very nice. Your video is really broken, Scott. It's more like a.
They're really nice. They're well made. I'm breaking up.
Yeah, it's almost like a slide video instead of a fluid video.
Breaking up is hard to do.
Better put that animal back here out of his misery. It sounds like
somebody sound like they're in pain.
Rex Ray says, yeah, he heard a rumor that stuff Santa might get their own zip code.
Oh, the coins. I use these coins like crazy. They say I met Santa. Hey, the kids really think when they come to visit you, they're a bargain. How much are they a roll, Spangle? $15 a roll for 100 of them. They go a long ways. Last year I ended up with what, 2 cases, I think, 4,000. And you know, and I'm ready to get some more this year. Here's the good list certificates. They're nice. I use those at the schools. What? Oh, the leather book. Here's this leather naughty or nice.
The paper is incredible on that good list. It's a very thick. It's incredible. I bought a couple stacks when I were up at the Red Suit because it's such nice paper he printed on. I couldn't do it myself. Look at that book. Incredible.
This is a leather book with a Christmas tree with a tiger's eye and some different stones in it. You open it up and it's full of just empty pages, so you can write the children's name on it, you know, for the nice list, and you can continue to make it grow. So that's a got also. But like I said, they're actually real leather.
Yeah, you know something else there, Scott? Like back when we were in high school, you would pass your yearbook around and let all your friends sign it. Something else you can do, you can let the children actually put in their own little story. Thank you, Santa, or I love you, Santa. You always bring me the best toys, whatever. That's another way to get children to interact with you and give them something special that they're not used to having by letting them sign Santa's book.
Great idea. Great idea for it.
Right. Here's also 25 wristbands. These are kind of neat, too, to give away. It says, I met Santa and I've been good. 25 and I'm sorry? And they're also for Mrs. Claus. So there's another, he's got a bunch of them. I don't see the Mrs. Claus right here, but I'm sure they're somewhere, and I'm blind, so. I don't see them right there, Spangle. Anyhow, if you got business cards or you need new business cards, I'm telling you, Spangle's got a great resource, and they're reasonable and great quality business cards. They're thick. They're printed on both sides. They're glossy. And I have one of these, and I use it. It's a magnetic business card holder. It's like suede inside and red leather on the outside. These are really neat. I think you have them in black, too, don't you? Just red. Okay. And, the famous squeaker, Bob. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's something we give away 2, 3, 4 at each one of our set Bob's classes to our attendees. It's something that we teach you how to use, show you different ways to conceal and use it to interact with children. One of the quick ways, real quick, you go into like many of you have different locations you can go into when you're traveling on the road. For us, it's Buc-ee's. But
I'm going to open this thing.
spread throughout the country. Loves. You go in. Sometimes they have stuffed animals. You can conceal it a little quicker in your hand. Go in. Children are there. You can pick up a doll, squeak it, and of course, instantly they want to, they want to see how you've done that. And they're trying to squeak it, and it won't squeak. And of course, it's Santa Magic.
Well, the other thing about Santa Magic is Santa Spangle the Clown, however you want to look at him. He only has a few here, but don't worry. We'll drop over here. He's got a few more. So don't forget to get several handfuls when you order. They're great, great props.
They are. They sure are. All right.
Okay, the red note about the flashlights. Spangle's got the flashlights. He gave a set of these away, I think, last week on the Tuesday night live show.
Yeah.
And then the sound knives, which are real handy. They got the screwdriver. I think they got everything on a corkscrew, everything but a fork.
Real quick, I mean, I know this is kind of a morbid subject to talk about, but that pocket knife could save your life, literally. For instance, if you needed to break the window out of your car because you was submerged in a flash flood, and water hits your electronics, your window doesn't work because it's electric, that corkscrew you can take and put that against your driver's door and pop that window right out, break it, and exit the vehicle if you need to.
Okay. I want to show you something, Bob. This just came in today, I believe. And it's a new yard, like in front of your house. Santa lives here. And it's a small yard sign. You put it through a piece of pipe at the top or whatever you have, where you have the different holidays.
Yes.
It's printed on both sides. And also
the unofficial North Pole flag.
Get it out of the bag. He's going to kick my rear.
I need one of those. Santa lives here. I got to get one of those next.
I love the flashlight.
Yeah.
It's really bright flashlight. That's a really powerful flashlight.
I've got the little small keychain flashlight, and I love it. I put it in my bags. Each one of my bags has one. For instance, for me at the mall, in the past, I have been back down long corridors behind stores in the middle of the mall. And if for any reason electricity went out, the room I was in didn't have emergency backup lighting, and it's a large room with lots of stuff in it. Pop it on, be able to see my way out to where the lit exit signs would be if I needed. Again, a lot of these things could really help you in a crunch, as we were saying.
Besides, they're just cool to have.
Yeah. Hey, you could go broke shopping with Spangle, but sometimes some of that stuff you just can't do without. You gotta have it.
He's got some great. He was just showing the great glasses. I mean, he's got readers. They're all. He's got these style as readers, which is fantastic. He's got like 150, 200, 250. So if you need readers to help you read a book on the Santa style, man, it's.
And he just got the gold rim readers in, and before he only had up to like 3 in strength. Goes all the way up to 5 something now. He's got a larger, wider, more strong reading lens than some of those, so he went ahead and expanded on that too.
Yeah, there. How are these?
All right, Scott, what else you got? We need to wrap it up here in a minute, brother.
He's muted, I guess, or something. His phone's not.
Yeah, we're not hearing him again.
Yeah, great coin for double-sided metal coin he's got. I mean, it's so many wonderful things. You got to go on Santa stuffforsanta.com. There we go. Stuffforsanta.com. Just peruse around. You won't leave without leaving, checking out with something, and you won't.
No, and he just updated his website, so he's got a lot of new material on there that has not been on there before. So if you haven't been over in a while, go over and check it out again. A lot of new stuff. Did he ever show us the unofficial North Pole flag?
Yeah, but
Scott, we can't hear you.
There it is there behind my head, the unofficial. That's only the top part of it, though.
oh, that one, no, he didn't.
Got to go back up. There we go.
It looks like we've lost the sound to Scott.
Yep.
So at this point, I think we're going to go ahead and close the show out. Thank you, Scott Saratine, Spangle the Clown, Santa Spangle, or whatever you want to call him. Hope everyone got a little bit of something out of that. I know the video was choppy, but just to give you an idea, if Spangle comes out or Tom Cordemelia comes out to an event or Derek Dugan comes out to an event, those guys are the reason that we are able to keep this content coming to you with the prizes that we give away. Now, we could do it without the prizes, but I think everyone agrees that the trivia and the prizes are part of the pull and the fun, and makes it worthwhile to drop in and watch us babble on about nothing. But
Tom sends this coolest little package along with your thing all the time. I mean, it's just like, wow. It's like you get extra gifts, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, thank you all the contributors, Tom and Derek and Spangle for doing that. It really is.
Not only do they help bring you these shows with their support, but they're also good friends to us all. And if you can help a brother out, they've got a lot of money tied up in putting these things together, having them manufactured, shipping, bringing them in, and they're there for us to, for us as consumers to use as props and different methods. And it doesn't matter, if it's Spangle, if it's Tom, if it's Derek, they've all got quality products, stuff that we can all find a use for. Fantastic. This is a Spangle shirt. White beards matter. Save them. Don't shave them. I've had that shirt about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years now. I don't think Spangle has those anymore. Scott Seriton had purchased all of the inventory that Spangle had. I don't know if he has any of these shirts left or not. If you're interested in one, you might get with Scott and find out if he has any of these left. All right, guys, are you ready to close us out?
Ready.
Do we have any other comments?
Any questions?
Rex says he's looking forward to tomorrow night's show. Yes, again, our show tomorrow night is Santa Nana's Holiday University. Deanna Golden, Judith Roderick, two of the most knowledgeable women in the industry. Fantastic school that they put together. We even have some pictures of Lucky Royce, who was Santa Nana. For those who don't know Santa Nana's story, she didn't want to be Santa's wife. She wanted to start a new role that had never been talked about or done in the past. She was Santa's sister, ambassador to Santa into Christmas, and she had fantastic costuming. She had $1 million smile. That's the one thing you got to say about Lucky. Her smile was so infectious and would light up the room when she came in. We'll get some pictures of her for tomorrow night. Going to be a fantastic show. Great script. Good trivia questions for tomorrow night. And, hey, we're looking forward to it. Quick programming note, Randy will not be with us next week on Monday. He has an event to do. This was part of the agreement when he came on to become part of the show, the second co-host here on the show, me and him. And so we'll reach out to Scott Seriton, see if he can come on next week and help us out and fill in for Randy on Monday. Good luck on your show next week, on Monday next week, Randy.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend. I got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I got all 4 days next week filled up. So looking for a great holiday weekend.
And then the Santa season starts soon. We're getting close to crunch time. Make sure you got all your stuff ready, all your I's dotted, your T's crossed. And looking forward to tomorrow night. Remember, you can catch us here on Mondays at 3 p.m. Bob Randall and Company live show here, and in the Tuesday Night Live at 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights. Randy, thank you so much, brother.
Thank you very much, Bob, Angela, and everybody for joining us today. Thank you so much for all your great tips, great ideas, and of course, adding into the our new segment there, your comments. And join us again next week. And most of all, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, and most of all, stay magical, guys.
Right. Thank you
See
so
you
much,
soon.
Randy. We appreciate you. You have really been an asset to this program and to the community. Remember, we've got the new YouTube channel, the Bob, Randyl live preview show. YouTube, go over and give us a subscribe and a like if you can. We appreciate it. All the subscribes we get build up to certain target points within the YouTube. The way that they set things up is tiered. And once we get 100 subscriptions, then we can have a personalized URL address instead of a bunch of numbers and hashtags and slashes and sort of thing. Thank you so much. Great to see everyone. Until next week, God bless. Thank you for showing up. See you soon.
Bye.